Hey everybody, welcome to DadsDen Pop Culture Justice League International Monday. We're looking at Justice League International number 25, cover date of April 1989, story by Giffen and DeMatteis, art by Templeton, McKone, and Rubenstein, and we see Blue Beetle being menaced by big, green, angry hands while sitting in a pile of bones. All right. Wow, this might be one that I bought at 7-Eleven way back when. Maybe. Okay, so I will note in this particular issue, Ty Templeton handles pencils for pages 1 through 3 and page 22. Mike McKone handles pencils for pages 4 through 21, so keep that in mind as you look at this. We have a couple different pencilers, Rubenstein inking both of them. So this picks up where the last one left off, of course, where the Kunz had knocked a big hole in the side of the wall, the heroes going after them, etc. This is the aftermath, and it's time to clean up. So Beetle thinks, well, maybe we can find some more Kunz who could put it all back together. And no, I don't think so. And Oberon kind of points out that, Booster actually could have whipped up a quick force field to contain everybody. He does have a point. Yeah, well, just, chalk it up to youthful enthusiasm. Well, at any rate, it is now time to actually clean up. And, obviously, Blue and Gold would like to get out of that if they could. We hear Beetle here saying, of course, I've got to go upstairs and unwind a little, but I'll be sure to come down later and check on you. And from Green Flame, or just Fire now, you'll get to work like the rest of us, or I swear I'll breathe fire on your... don't even say it. Eesh. But then they find out from Oberon that there was a call for Blue Beetle and Booster Gold's repo service. Now, we did see them doing a run earlier on in one of these issues. So they got a chance to make some money, and they tell John, hey, man, there are people behind these masks. We do need the money. And so off they go, feeling very proud of themselves. And Guy tells Martian Manhunter, I'll gladly kill them both for you. That won't be necessary, Guy, at least not yet. And don't let that crack about the masks get to you. I don't wear one either. Thank you. I feel so much better. Now that was a crack about John not wearing a mask. And hey, when you're as good looking as you are, you don't need a mask. Okay. So off they go in the bug. Notice now, when I did a review earlier of the McFarlane Toys Superpower style bug, I noticed it had an I Love New York sticker on the butt. I don't know if this is going to help make that, but there it is in here. And at the time I was saying, well, he was from Chicago. Would he? Well, okay. Eventually he got an I Love New York bumper sticker, which if you think about the size of the bug, a pretty damn big sticker. So off they go to the, what is this place now? Jacobs Research Lab. And what they find out from the folks there is that a specimen has escaped that is essentially a vampire. Okay? Not in the supernatural sense, perhaps, but a vampire. And, of course, Blue and Gold can't quite believe that. But okay, I guess we'll go and do it. So off they go to this old abandoned sewage facility. So they're going to get it down into the sewers where this thing has been seen. Of course, they're goofing around a little bit. Ooh, don't cut that out. Something awful's going to happen. I just know it. You're being paranoid. No, I can feel it in my bones. Something's going to. Yeah, Booster. And he just basically slipped in the sewage. Ha ha. Okay. So they're going through, and they round this corner. By the way, Mike McKone, very nice job there. Excellent. So he gives out a little yelp. What do they see? We'll center this and I'll bring in the magnifying glass. But they see a pile of bones. It's really nicely done. And great inking from Rubenstein, too. I mean, you know, this is some of the stuff you got to look at once in a while. Look at those pipes up there. Now, was the detail on those pipes really necessary for this picture of this comic book? Well, I mean, to some extent, no, but God, does it look nice. And I love when they go the extra mile on things like that. I remember these Morning Funny cereal. I remember that. I think we got it maybe once or twice. I just mostly remember those little weird smiley faces. Anyhow, recenter this dude. So when they start poking around, they realize these don't look like human skulls. It looks like something else. And that's when their prey, who is called Caitiff, shows up. Away. Look at that. Very, very nice. Excellent job. Leave this one alone in peace. And Booster uses his bracelet dealies to use a force field to knock him off. And Beetle's kind of freaking out. And he's like, look, we've got to keep our wits and formulate a plan. Booster, Beetle, will you please stay behind you? And then boom. So he gets clubbed pretty good. Leave Caitiff alone. Go away. You don't have to repeat yourself, I can get it the first time. So what they're going to ultimately discover here is that, first and foremost, he was being somewhat experimented on at that place. There was dissection. They killed his wife. They killed his child. They killed all of his people. He blames humanity for all of that, everything that's happened to them. And we do sort of get a little bit of preaching about how terrible humanity is, where you go, well, we don't all do that kind of thing, but still. And so he just wants to be left alone. And they're starting to get that point. We see we're still having a bit of a fight here. Thwack, down and out. Wham. Okay. Because he's still, to some degree, dangerous. He does feed on human blood. Which might be why human beings weren't all that nice to his people. But, so here we get this bit here. This one sees you eat flesh of animals, slaughter each other. This one sees you poison world, kill it, just as you killed Caitiff's people one by one. We do no wrong. We eat to survive. But they're basically getting the idea that they really shouldn't bring this guy back to where they were, experimenting on him. So ultimately, Booster tries to find another way. He says, listen, Caitiff, we can help you. We won't take you back to that hellhole you escaped from. Hey, what about my CD player? We'll take you to our friends at Star Labs. There goes the Dylan collection. And he yells, no. He doesn't want to be taken anywhere. He does just want to be left alone. And he leaps over the top of them, runs down this tunnel, and they chase after. Wait a minute, where did he? Oh, no. What's the matter? What? And we see that he landed on this spike, this, let's see, stalagmite, I think it is. You see Booster up here. Damn. They were hoping it was going to go better than that. And at that, Beetle's sort of like, dude, this was his home, He knew where he was going. He knew what he was doing. He rather, ended it than be taken back into custody by humans, or who knows what could have happened. Very understandable. So their repo job didn't really go the way they thought it was going to go. They take off in the bug. And what they ultimately decide to do is take the teleporter back into Justice League headquarters. Here they zap in. And they said they need like a beer or something to unwind after all this. He says, time for those beers. Think they'll help? No, but let's give them a try anyway. Look, there is an upside to all this. What's that? We got out of cleanup detail. Yeah, and got everyone mad at us. Don't worry about it. You think they really cared? Uh-huh. They're superheroes, for crying out loud. It probably took them 15 minutes to do the whole job. Hey, you're probably right. I mean, hell, Guy could have done it all alone with his ring. So let's just go have those beers and forget about it. I mean, it's not like anybody's going to hold a grudge. That looks like 200 pounds. Could even be 1,200 pounds. Who knows? Next, Beetle blood. So they're going to be putting Beetle through some more problems in the next issue of Justice League. Well, is it Justice League International? Maybe we're going to see a name change. I'm not positive, because next week we're going to be looking at Justice League number 26, and we're going to be looking at Justice League Europe number 1. And I will do a full rundown on the first issue. Now, after that, we'll do a quickie for JLE, because I don't want these videos to get too long. Try to do 2 different series at a time. But when there's more of a crossover, we'll delve into it, since we'll have a continuing storyline going. But at any rate, that'll do it for this one. Let me know in the comments what you think of this one. Love to hear from you. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. Maybe think of subscribing. We're doing Justice League every Monday in Dad's Den for this year. Next year, now I'd been teasing Excalibur for next year, but I have just recently completed my run of Walt Simonson's Thor. Yeah, the classic one. So I might do that one instead. Any rate, we'll shift to something else next year. But 2025 is all about Justice League. So tune in every Monday for one of these. We'll just be going issue by issue through the series and reviewing them and taking a look at, what they really accomplished there. But until next time, God bless everybody. Please be kind to one another. Have a little bit of fun out there. And I will see you again soon in Dad's Den of Pop Culture. Bye-bye.